We're here with Chuck Smrt of the compliance group who did the investigation of the Oklahoma State allegations. And Chuck, today the NCAA and your group released a joint report basically finding that most of the allegations were unfounded. Can you tell us about the novelty of the investigation consulting with the NCAA on this investigation?
Soon after the allegations came out, or the articles came out, the institution and the enforcement staff made the decision to jointly conduct an investigation. That lasted for about 13 months, and then today the institution and the enforcement staff made this joint announcement where it indicated that the allegations were fundamentally unfounded.
How much cooperation did you get from from all the people named in the Sports Illustrated report?
There were obviously numerous people mentioned in the article. What we tried to do was identify a core group, if you will, of several individuals who were quoted in several of the articles. Of those individuals, a few refused to be interviewed, but several did talk to us, and for the most part, they refuted the information attributed to them in the article.
You also have said that you looked for news sources and talked to some people that had been recruited by Oklahoma State, people who had transferred from Oklahoma State. How many of those kinds of people did you talk to?
Well, the enforcement staff made the decision that not only would they look at what occurred during the article period, but also more recently. So several athletes who were recruited recently by the university who did not attend, and then several athletes who transferred from here also were interviewed.
Is this a typically this investigation, was it typical in terms of length and depth?
Well, I think it was. There are, on some occasions, the enforcement staff and the institution will do a joint investigation. What I think is unusual is the joint statement that was presented today, and I believe it was due to the extensive visibility that the articles received a year ago now when they came out.
You know, this has been termed a lot of different things, an outside consulting group, an internal investigation. What is your relationship with Oklahoma State University throughout this process?
I was retained soon after the articles came out by the president and the board to conduct an independent inquiry. I reported to the general counsel's office. Soon after that retention is when I contacted the NCAA, and the decision was made to do the joint investigation. My role was to find out the truth wherever that took us, and that included working with the NCAA.
A couple of violations were uncovered, level 2 in nature, not reported in the Sports Illustrated report. What did you find out about those allegations?
As a result of the review of the information, the NCAA enforcement staff issued a notice of allegations that contains 3 allegations. Those will be reviewed by the Committee on Infractions when the institution appears before them in 3, 4, 5 months.
All right. Thanks a lot, Chuck Smrt of the Consulting Group. Stay tuned for further OSU coverage here on News OK and every day in the Oklahoman.